displacement reaction. It is a reaction in which an element reacts with a compound and replaces another element in the compound. A plus BC gives rise to AB plus C. A and C are elements and BC and AB are compounds. Activity. Take 3 iron nails and clean them by rubbing with sandpaper. Take 2 test tubes marked as A and B. In each test tube, take 10 milliliters copper sulfate solution. Tie 2 iron nails with a thread and immerse carefully in the copper sulfate solution in test tube B for about 20 minutes. Keep 1 iron nail aside for comparison. After 20 minutes, take out the iron nails from the copper sulfate solution. Compare the intensity of the blue color sulfate solution in test tubes A and B. Also compare the color of the iron nails dipped in the copper sulfate solution with the one kept aside. The iron nail became brownish in color and the blue color of copper sulfate solution fades because iron is displaced by another element, copper, from sulfate solution. Fe plus CuSO4 aqueous gives rise to FeSO4 aqueous plus Cu solid.
Next type of reaction is double displacement reaction. Definition is the reaction in which the ions in reactants are exchanged to form a precipitate are called double displacement reaction. With the example we will see AgNO3 plus NaCl forms NaNO3 plus AgCl. If you will check the product, here the place of Ag is taken by sodium and the place of sodium is taken by Ag. Just check product reactant side. Ag's place is taken by Na and Na's place is taken by Ag. That's why displacement has happened 2 times. So it is known as double displacement. Consider next example. BaCl2 plus ZnSO4 products are ZnCl2 plus BaSO4. Here the place of Ba is taken by Zn and the place of Zn is taken by Ba. So here also displacement has taken place for 2 times. That's why this is also an example of double displacement.
Double displacement reaction will require sodium sulfate, barium chloride, dilute HCl, a beaker, conical flask and test tubes. Take a small quantity of barium chloride in a test tube and transfer it into a conical flask. In another test tube, take a small quantity of sodium sulfate and transfer it into the conical flask containing barium chloride solution. A white precipitate of barium sulfate is formed immediately. This confirms the presence of sulfate SO4 2- ions. Stir the contents of the conical flask and keep it undisturbed for some time. The precipitate of barium sulfate settles down. Decant the upper solution from the conical flask into a beaker. Then add a small quantity of dilute HCl into the conical flask containing the precipitate. Swirl the flask well. The white precipitate is insoluble in dilute HCl. In this chemical reaction, sulfate ions are displaced by chloride ions and chloride ions are displaced by sulfate ions. So the reaction is a double displacement reaction.
Now, based on amount of heat absorbed or given out, reactions are divided in two types: endothermic reactions and exothermic reactions. Out of that, first is endothermic reactions. If heat from outside is needed for the reaction to carry out, then that reaction is called endothermic. Means from outside we have to provide the heat so that the reaction can happen. For example, melting of ice. The ice starts to melt by absorbing surroundings heat. So it is a endothermic reaction. Next is dissolution of potassium nitrate in water. While dissolution of potassium nitrate, heat from surrounding is absorbed and therefore the temperature of resulting solution is less. So this is also an endothermic reaction. Next is calcium carbonate crystals can be decomposed into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, but this will happen when heat is given from outside. That is, when CaCO3 crystals will be heated, that will be transformed into CaO and CO2. So here heat should be given from outside. So it is endothermic reaction. Next is potassium chlorate can decompose into KCl and oxygen. For this also heat should be supplied from outside. Then only this reaction is possible. So this is also endothermic reactions example. Next is exothermic reaction. If heat is given out from the reaction, then it is called exothermic reaction. For example, formation of ice from water. While forming ice from water, heat is given outside. So it is an example of exothermic reaction. Next is dissolution of sodium hydroxide in water. During dissolution of sodium hydroxide in water, large amount of heat is given out. So it is also exothermic reaction. Next example is dilution of sulfuric acid with water. In the process of dilution of concentrated sulfuric acid with water, very large amount of heat is liberated. As a result, water gets evaporated instantly. If it is poured it into concentrated sulfuric acid, which may cause an accident. To avoid this, required amount of water is taken in glass container and small quantity of concentrated sulfuric acid at a time is added with stirring. Therefore, only a small amount of heat is liberated at a time. Next is HCl and NaOH. When they are added, products will be NaCl, water, and heat is given out. So this is a exothermic reaction. Next is when calcium oxide and water are added, the product will be calcium hydroxide and heat is given out. So this is also example of exothermic reaction. In this way, if heat is given out after the reaction, then that will be exothermic reaction.
Good morning everyone. Now we know what are combination and decomposition reactions. So let us understand other types of chemical reactions. What happens when we burn coal? Lots of heat is produced, right? So carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide plus lots of heat. C plus O2 gives CO2 plus heat. This kind of reaction in which heat is released along with the formation of products is known as exothermic reaction. So, combustion of any flammable substance is an exothermic reaction as it produces heat. But sometimes exothermic reaction can be explosive too, so we should be very careful. The burning of natural gas, which mainly consists of methane gas, is an exothermic reaction as it produces a lot of heat. The chemical equation for it can be represented as CH4 plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O plus heat. That is, methane plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide and water along with lots of heat. In some reactions, energy is required in form of heat, light or electricity to break down the reactants. This kind of reactions in which energy is absorbed is called endothermic reaction. As it happened in the case of silver bromide, when the light falls on it, its molecule decomposes into silver and bromine. Thus, it is an energy absorbing reaction, hence it is an endothermic reaction. Now, you might be confused, is it also a decomposition reaction? Well, this is also an example of decomposition reaction, as we saw, as here a single reactant is breaking down into simpler molecule. So we can say it is both endothermic as well as decomposition reaction. Now you may wonder, what type of chemical reaction is the respiration? Is it exothermic or endothermic reaction? Let us see. Through respiration in our body, oxygen changes into carbon dioxide. Our body cells are burning foods and producing carbon dioxide. What exactly happens during respiration? The simple food, that is glucose, combines with oxygen in the cells of our body and provides energy. Glucose, which is represented by C6H12O6 plus 6O2, gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. Here, energy is released in this reaction. Hence, we say it is an exothermic reaction. So, to sum up what we learned today, a chemical reaction in which heat is given out along with the products is called an exothermic reaction. For example, burning of coal produces heat energy, and it is represented by this chemical equation. C plus O2 gives CO2 plus heat. And what is endothermic reaction? A chemical reaction in which energy is absorbed is called an endothermic reaction. For example, silver chloride in presence of sunlight decomposes into silver and chlorine. Here, energy in form of sunlight is being absorbed during the reaction, and hence it is an endothermic reaction. That's all for now. Bye-bye.
Now, for practice, we will try to identify the type of chemical reactions for following list of chemical reactions. First is, when zinc react with HCl, products are ZnCl2 and H2. Try to identify this. Here, place of hydrogen is taken by Zn. That's why this is a displacement reaction. Next is potassium iodide is added to chlorine gas. Then products are KCl and iodine is separated. In this reaction, place of iodine is taken by chlorine. That's why this is also example of displacement reaction. Third reaction, sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid is added. Then products are water and NaCl. Here if you will see, place of hydrogen is taken by Na and place of OH group is taken by oxygen. That's why it's taken by hydrogen. That's why it is a double displacement, because two-way the displacement has taken place. Next is, in this reaction, the place of plumbum and place of potassium both are changed. So this is a double displacement. Next is digestion of food. During digestion of food, carbohydrates are decomposed into simpler form glucose and proteins are decomposed into simpler form amino acid. That's why this is a decomposition reaction. Next is hydrogen and chlorine gas when reacts, they forms HCl. So with the help of two reactants we are getting single product. So it is a combination reaction. Next is SO2 gas when reacts with oxygen gas, product is SO3 gas. So from two reactants again we are getting single product. So this is also combination reaction. Next example is when sodium hydroxide reacts with HCl gas, products are sodium chloride, water and heat. As heat is given out as a product, it will be exothermic. Next is H2SO4 plus magnesium gives MgSO4 plus H2 plus heat. Here also heat is given out, so this is also exothermic. Next is CaCO3. Heat should be given from outside because it is written as a triangle symbol, means heat is given from outside. After heating CaCO3 crystals, products are CaO and CO2. So heat is required to give from outside, so it is endothermic. So remember, while identifying exothermic and endothermic, when heat word is written, that will be exothermic, and when this triangle symbol will come, that will be endothermic reactions.